theatricality and deception. Powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated.
I'm super excited!
Anything like this.
First at 11, this one is tough to believe. An investigation tonight into a possible illegal medical lab. It was operating out of an abandoned warehouse in Reedley. Inside, mice bioengineered to incubate the COVID-19 virus. The lab was discovered near I and 9th Streets. 30 refrigerators and freezers, some broken, were found filled with bodily fluids. Health officials tell us they are shocked at the biological house of horror. CBS 47's Juanita Adame live in studio with the shocking details tonight.
Well, Brian, this story is so complicated. There are local, state, and federal agencies all involved. Now, what prompted this investigation was a simple garden hose that was illegally attached and coming out of the back of a building. It was back in April inside this abandoned warehouse in Reedley that a discovery so shocking was made that it left local health officials stunned.
This is a truly unusual situation. I've been in government for 25 years. I've never seen anything like this.
I've never have seen this in my 26-year career with the county of Fresno.
What was supposed to be an empty building used only for storage was home to an unauthorized lab testing facility, something no one had even conceived of.
We reach out to our local public health directors throughout the state, California, and nobody has really expressed this type of interaction with a unlicensed lab. So it is something new.
The discovery was made after a local code enforcement officer noticed this garden hose poking out a back wall of the building.
Frankly, we knew that shouldn't be there. And when she went to go investigate, she found that there was activity or operation or something happening within that building.
The city then obtained several search warrants to enter the building. Once inside, no staff was located, but
there was a special room that was built housing about 1,000 mice, 1,000 white lab mice.
And the reason the mice were in the lab was jaw-dropping.
Through their statements, that they were doing some testing on laboratory mice there that would help them support developing the COVID test kits that they had on site.
Documents show the lab was also being used to produce pregnancy tests. 200 of the nearly 1,000 mice were already dead. According to court documents, all the rodents were being caged in, quote, inhumane conditions. Also found thousands of vials, many of which contained biohazards, materials including human blood, unidentified tissue, and other unknown substances.
A lot of these are being classified under unknown chemicals. Labels had been removed from bottles, so there was only certain testing we could do to those chemicals.
According to court documents, experts determined that at least 20 potentially infectious, viral, bacterial, and parasitic agents were being stored inadequately, including E. coli, malaria, and even COVID. The city of Reedley immediately called in the CDC, the FBI, the California Department of Public Health, and the Fresno County Department of Public Health.
I think because of that swift action that was taken, we really have been able to maintain public safety this entire time.
Over the course of several weeks, investigators figured out just what they were up against. And as of now,
there are no more biologicals, there are no more mice, but they still will see us abating. There's 30 freezers and fridges, there's medical equipment, there's all sorts of furniture in there. And so they'll still see some activity. Nothing hazardous at this point.
Prado said the owners operated under the name Prestige Biotech, and so far they aren't saying much.
Some of our other federal and state partners still have active investigations going, so I really can speak more to the building side of it.
And just a final question here. Is there any sort of work being done with the airlines in order to get flights actually on time or not delayed as much? Just curious if there's any work happening there.
Yes. So we've seen almost a doubling in terms of improvement on-time performance since last year. That is a reflection of all the work that we've done across the ecosystem together with our partner airlines, with agencies, reducing processing time, reducing wait times, and fine-tuning operations with our air carrier partners. And we see the great results that have come from that.
I remember while interviewing for the position at Laverne Police Department, they described the environment as a family. However, While I was aspiring to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me. I felt like I had been terrorized.
And yes, now she is suing. No criminal charges have been filed in the case. Hall knows there are those who will say she was a consenting adult who willingly participated in sexual antics in violation of police department policy, and that now she wants to blame others, including one sergeant who targeted her early on.
I know what most people are saying. You could have said no. I get it. But my response to them is that I did say no, and he wouldn't take it for an answer. Eventually, I gave in from pressure.
So it's not as easy to say she could have just said no.
Watch this.
Sirens were going off, then waking up to this news with view of Q. Last
In November of 2009, a woman named Laura Silsby founded a nonprofit, the New Life Children's Refuge, which described its mission as attempting to rescue orphaned and abandoned children in Haiti and Dominican Republic. 2 months later, on January 29, 2010, Silsby was arrested for attempting to traffic 33 orphaned children out of Haiti without documentation.
These are some of the 33 Haitian children an American Baptist group allegedly tried to unlawfully take out of the country on Saturday.
The group's leader, Laura Silsby, says the group paid no money for the children.
The mistake obviously we made is we did not understand that there was additional paperwork required.
To me, it's pretty alarming because we're the legal parents of these children, and we give her explicit instructions not to interfere with them. For her to continue to come and try to find them, to take them to the Dominican, tells me that her intent is not actually the best.
The world would later learn through WikiLeaks that Hillary Clinton was sent email updates from Uma Abedin and other associates regarding Silsby's incarceration and developing legal case. This was not the first time Silsby found herself facing child trafficking charges. Silsby had been caught once before by Haitian police attempting to traffic 40 children out of the country. However, in that incident, no charges were brought against her, and she was merely turned back at the border. A week after Silsby was apprehended the second time, on February 7, 2010, former President Bill Clinton appointed Silsby a lawyer by the name of Jorge Puello. Puello was successful in getting Silsby's charges reduced to 6 months. Jorge Puello also had a colorful history with human trafficking. He was convicted of operating an international sex trafficking ring involving women and underage girls out of Central America and Haiti. Puello's wife was also arrested on the same charges. In 2011, Silsby was appointed as CFO of the software company Connexus and would later become its vice president of marketing. Connexus operates AlertSense, which is the mass notification software used in FEMA's Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, or IPAWS.
The goal is to alert Americans to emergencies like severe weather and missing children.
One of IPAWS' functions is to issue Amber Alerts to the public in the event of kidnapping. The Amber Alert system was set up during Bill Clinton's presidency. In 2015, Laura Silsby married Norman Gaylor and took his last name, which is how her name now appears on the Connexus website. How does a woman who was caught multiple times attempting to traffic children internationally get promoted to the executive team of the preeminent kidnapping warning system in the country? And why did the Clintons intervene in her trial?
We're going to continue to provide support, as we do in every instance like this, to American citizens who have been charged, and hope that this matter can be resolved in an expeditious way.
The morning of July 26, 2019, Twitter users saw hashtag Clinton body count trending, just weeks before Jeffrey Epstein had reportedly committed suicide in his prison cell. The phrase Clinton body count was nothing new and had become a meme in forums across the internet years prior. It references the seemingly anomalous amount of Clinton associates who who died suspiciously or under mysterious circumstances.
A $300 million super yacht owned by a billionaire was just vandalized in Ibiza. 2 environmental activists have been arrested after video shows them spray painting a 110-meter super yacht owned by Nancy Walton, the heir to Walmart in Ibiza. The boat, called Caos, was vandalized by protesters with the climate activist group Futuro Vegetal using fire extinguishers filled with paint, the Spanish Coast Guard confirmed. The super yacht is reported to have its own theater, gym, spa amenities, and more. After spraying the boat with paint, the activists held up a sign reading, "You consume, others suffer." The mega rich are living off the suffering of others, they added in an Instagram post. Walton, who's an estimated net worth of $7.77 billion, has not commented.
So you guys won't even cover the real truth. You guys are a bunch of liars, a bunch of frauds. You guys are the real scum of the earth. Yeah, Hunter Biden's a crackhead. CNN, MSNBC, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden do illegal business deals in the Ukraine. Talk about that. Hunter Biden's a crackhead. The news will not cover that. Hunter Biden smoked crack. You guys, you can smoke all the crack you want. It's ABC News. Fake news. Oh, are you part of the fake news too? Yeah, Hunter Biden's a crackhead, guys. Y'all know Hunter Biden smokes crack. Look at y'all don't want to say, what about the laptop? Remember y'all said that laptop was fake? Remember the laptop's real? Remember that laptop's real, guys. Y'all try to hide the laptop's real. So guys, I'm saying this is a fake news media right here. All they do is lie. Should be ashamed of yourselves. Why don't y'all talk about some real news, the sex trafficking problem? Y'all don't talk about real news. You guys are all liars. You can't shut down the people. You can't shut down Primetime 99. I'm Alex Stein. I'm a real pimp on a blimp. Unlike these liars. These people are disgusting. They won't ever talk about Hunter Biden. They don't ever talk about the business deals in Ukraine. But they want to sit here and talk about a misdemeanor bullcrap deal. Talk about the truth. Talk about the truth. You don't talk about the truth. You're all liars. You're pathetic. You cover. You guys cover for a corrupt government. Out here trying to do fake news, not in front of me. No fake news in front of Primetime Alex Stein. Not today. No fake news with me. Not when 99 Alex Stein's in town. When I come from Texas, the fake news stops. I'm not going to let it happen on my watch. You guys report on what's really happening. The sex trafficking, the fentanyl crisis. Talk about any Bill Clinton's getting blowjobs in the Oval Office. You guys don't want to talk about that. Hunter Biden sleep with Ukrainian prostitutes. You don't want to talk about that. It's funny, if y'all investigate, why don't y'all investigate Jeffrey Epstein? Why don't you investigate who is sex trafficking to? You guys don't do that. Y'all are fake. Y'all are the fake news media liars. Who did Jeffrey Epstein sex traffic people to? Was Bill Clinton on there 26 times? I don't understand. I'm not allowed to stand out here. I love how it's one guy.
Just walk.
I'm just saying, I'm the one guy you're bugging me.
You're the one person not walking. That's
okay, I'm walking.
You're the one person.
You guys are fake news media liars. You should be ashamed of yourselves. I'm happy you guys stopped your production. You guys are pathetic.
I'm not sure it's from the movie. Cause somebody let me know it's from the Sound of Freedom. Cause it don't look like this. Look like real events. Are those Hispanic children? Oh my goodness. That's a shipping container. Oh, no. Oh. Oh my goodness, s'more. Oh my.
To New York by the leadership. Seeing the looks to be Donald Trump actually walking down now. Notable there are waves to the so a different type of scenario that the former president is affected. I'm sorry, 3:44 in the east. He is